What's going on? What's going on? Just got done watching All Access Episode 1, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. I linked the full episode in the description if you didn't catch it. And I'm going to give my, reaction review to Episode 1. I like the beginning intro, man. The intro was dope. Kind of following them touring to, the Pinata fight and how it built up and all that other stuff. Great intro, had somewhat of a 24/7 HBO vibe to it, and 24 HBO, not all access, HBO 24/7 was probably the gold platinum standard for reality boxing series. I think it can never get any better than that. But Showtime is definitely up in the bar with their production, and they kind of followed Tyson Fury. They kind of started off with Deontay Wilder, I believe. They started off with Fury and kind of talked about the gypsy culture with I think it was his dad, and showing, kind of a mobile home that gypsies use. And he talked about Tyson Fury being 8 weeks prematurely born and barely surviving, and how, he named him Tyson Fury because he was a fighter, he was a survivor, and trying to get in, detail of the history and how he's a third generation fighter and how it was great gypsy, boxing champions in their family as well. And he kind of give you a good, understanding of the gypsy background. And a lot of Americans are ignorant to that situation because we don't have any gypsies over here, that I know of. So just knowing what a gypsy is and knowing what their background is, I believe that, that was dope. Getting in tune with his family a little bit, his history, and then they, took it to, he had this little, making his press rounds and stuff of that nature. Then they talked about Wilder and, his team, and, how he never gets credit for his fights, and even though he knocked out every man that he's faced, he chopped it up with Paul Pierce when he was at ESPN. They asked Paul Pierce who he was going with. He was going with the brother, and Paul Pierce told him to savor the moment. And you have a small window when it's just your time. You got to take advantage of it. And, I just think it was a dope episode. Very, very dope episode. The production was great. I think giving a good background of both fighters was definitely great. But I think the highlight of this episode, and I think most people who will watch this would agree, the highlight of the episode was how Tyson Fury, during the Arthur Spilka fight a few years ago, was legitimately getting drunk. He was drunk when he got in the ring and called Deontay Wilder a bum after Deontay Wilder knocked out Arthur Spilka. Right before he went to the ring, he was trying to get his cousin Hifi Fury to go to the bar at the Barclays Center, get a drink. He bought the entire room drinks. He got drunk, came back out, and he was drunk in the ring, talking junk to Deontay Wilder. He said that every day he was drinking and eating away. And at that time, the narrator said he probably would have lost to Deontay Wilder because he was an alcoholic. He said, Tyson Fury said that he didn't know what his meaning in life was. He seemed like, he reached his goal. And pretty much, I'm paraphrasing here, that the hunger was gone once he got a belt. He said, what's next? What's next? He was just drinking, party all day, was nothing next to do. He said that Tyson Fury's dead. He said when people say you won't be that guy to be Vladimir Klitschko, he said of course not. This is a new Tyson Fury. But I found that very, very interesting that Fury got in the ring and challenged Wilder. He was drunk. And I think a lot of people would be amazed of how many boxers drink alcohol. Legitimately hard alcohol. I've had a few encounters on social media with a few fighters drink alcohol a lot, and it's funny they call Errol Spencer drunk, but a lot of these fighters, get drunk in between fights and blow up. I mean, Ricky Hatton was a guy that just drunk beers and sat at the pub all day. But it also got in detail about Deontay Wilder team was more Jay Diaz, and didn't talk too much about Mark Breland. Also talked about his family as well. His kids. He had I think he has 7 kids altogether. Plus his fiance is one outside of their relationship, and how he wants to have one more kid, and living in Alabama. It was his birthday, and they shot him out in Tuscaloosa on a radio station, and how how it wasn't easy for him, and how he's just on his destiny right now is to get credit. he wants credit. He don't feel like he get the credit that he deserved. And one of his coaches, his slash manager, Jay Diaz, said he didn't get the credit. You know, he said, you know, it's crazy to think, you know, maybe, you know, back in the day that the heavyweight champion of America, you know, would be able to walk down the streets and nobody know him. He said, you think everybody would know him? You know, he couldn't go nowhere without getting, you know, crowded around. And that's not the case. So, you know, basically Deontay Wilder wants to be one face, one name, Deontay Wilder, obviously. But he wants the recognition. He wants the pageantry. He wants to get the love. He wants to get the respect from the American public and around the world. He wants to be looked at as when Mike Tyson was the world champion, undisputed champion, going to different countries, rolling out royal rugs and, you know, red carpets for him and all types of stuff. So he's in search of that, and it seems like that's his search. You know, he wants the recognition. Not only does he want the title, you know, of being the undisputed champion, but he wants the recognition. You know, he wants the fame. He wants to be treated like Tyson was treated, Muhammad Ali was treated, George Foreman, Joe Frazier was treated. He wants that treatment. Holyfield, he wants that real heavyweight treatment. And I think that's what he wants. That's why he wants Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. That's why he wants to be Tyson Fury. He wants to fulfill that lack of recognition. So, like I said, I'm going to link episode 1 in the description. Check it out. It was super duper dope. I definitely love the production on All Access, and they getting better and better. It was very entertaining. I think next episode is just going to be that much entertaining. We 2 weeks out from the fight. Don't forget, we on Facebook and Twitter. The link's in the description. We'll make a donation to the channel. That link's there as well. You can email us, reach out to us, any questions, business inquiry, whatever the business may be. We definitely appreciate it. We want to push the 10,000 subs. Help your boy out get there. Share the video. Share it across social media. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Miss another video. We out.